Welcome back to ICE 26 here on the Gaming Malta stand. I'm delighted to be joined by Stefan Nelson, the MD of LeoVegas Malta. Stefan, lovely to see you today. Just first of all, how are you settling into Barcelona and ICE 26?
Yeah, good. It's bigger than ever. And I think so far it's been really good.
Let's dig into things. Of course, LeoVegas Group have been one of the key players in Malta for quite a while. What is it about that region and the country that makes it such a good place to grow from?
Yeah, you're right. We've been in Malta for over 10 years, and I think you see that Malta has really managed to build an ecosystem which is quite unique in Europe, I would say, and that makes it really strong force. You have obviously all the talent, right, who understands gaming in several different areas of the iGaming industry, but you also have a foundation with politicians who also understand the industry and are helpful. You have a regulator who is also probably the most sophisticated these days in their understanding. And I think that helps a lot, right? Because at the end of the day, we need people, we need decision makers to understand our industry, and that makes Malta a strong force in European iGaming.
And of course, that's only go from strength to strength with the likes of Envision 2050, setting out a long-term strategy to keep iGaming right at the core of Malta's economy. Just how big an impact does such long-term thinking have on a business like yours?
I think it's crucial, right? I think in a world where many are quite short-sighted, and I think it's very important that Malta has shown the vision long-term. That also gives us the comfort to continue investing in Malta with our staff and etc. So that's really important for us to know that the country is backing the industry in a sense.
Fantastic. Let's pivot slightly to some more macro aspects in terms of industry shifts that might impact yourselves. Give us a sense of what's on your radar.
Yeah, I think the macro uncertainty is there, maybe bigger than in a few years, and where the world is going, to a sense, we need to take that into effect. We also see that many countries are very much after increased tax revenues, but on the other hand struggling with the black market, which is a bigger and bigger threat to our industry. Yeah. To us, that's something that we are focused on every day. Other than these big topics, there is quite a lot of focus on the consumer in many of our main markets with consumer-friendly budgets, and that's obviously positive for our industry and our growth. But I think it's the uncertainty and to navigate through that is obviously taking a lot of our time in the management room.
So LeoVegas Group has obviously continued to build both its casino and its sportbook products in 2025. What initiatives can we expect from the group this year?
We've taken all quite big initiatives the past few years, launched the BetMGM brand in multiple European markets, acquired our own sportsbook, went into Brazil when it regulated with a partner. So we've done all these big projects. I think 2026 is a lot about executing on the big strategic plans we have set. We're focusing a lot on player journeys, making the experience more friction-free, and a lot of focus on product, because that's the only way to win long-term in this industry, is to have the best product. So that's on our mind, and rather than expanding into a new market, that may or may not happen this year, but I think there's so much we can do in our existing markets. That's what excites me right now.
So you remain optimistic about your group's potential?
Definitely. Look, this industry has become more complex. There's a lot of threats. See, again, the black market I have to mention, which is a bigger threat than ever. I do feel, though, that we are extremely well positioned. We have a strong owner in MGM. We have a really strong product. We invested a lot in our product the past few years, and I think we also have a very strong team in place now to execute. So we are positive. We believe we will continue to take market shares in 2026.
Fantastic. Stefan Nelson, many thanks for your time. Enjoy the rest of ICE 26.
Thank you.